I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This piano was just finished barely as I make this video. We've been working on this piano literally for pretty close to a year, I believe, that it's been in rebuilding. It's originally in 1913, Mason and Hamlin, and it just turned out phenomenally well. It was completely rebuilt. And if you don't have experience with our shop, come check it out. There's piano rebuilders, and then there's piano rebuilders, and I would definitely say that that this piano was rebuilt extremely well, to a very high degree of precision and accuracy, and it's just awesome. Actually, let's get a quick shot while we're here of the shop. Well, there's not much action in the shop right now, but at any given time there's people back there just working away on pianos that we've got a lyre right here about to be repaired. That's lyre, L-Y-R-E. Bryce is a very honest human being. Okay, back to the Mason Hamlin. Then I'll mention, if you're not aware of Mason and Hamlin, you absolutely should be if you're a piano person. Everybody, of course, is aware of Steinway, and people who are in the know, they know about certain brands that are super high end. Mason and Hamlin definitely, if it doesn't top the list, it's up there, and for a lot of people that are in the know, Mason and Hamlin in fact does top the list of pianos, period. And I'm not talking about pianos that are, in a certain range or whatever. Just a lot of people say that Mason Hamlin is the best in the world. Very much a world-class instrument, a world-class piano maker, Mason Hamlin is. And they're still making pianos, by the way, outside of Boston to this day. Okay. 1913, so World War I was on. Of course, the United States wasn't in it yet, so they were still heavily involved in things that were more peaceful, like piano making, yeah, this was kind of a golden age, 1913, a golden age of piano building. The most pianos, the high watermark in the United States of piano building was 1911, so this piano was still very much in that era, and quality was of utmost concern, of course, as it would be at a high watermark. Okay. Cosmetically, this piano's been completely refinished, and if you look at it very closely, it's beautifully done. Just a really smooth, soft finish, and this beautiful veneer is showcased, and you don't find any kind of scratches or dents or gouges or anything. All of that has completely been refinished, and it's beautiful work on this piano. Okay, then we have other cosmetic touches like hinges that are completely repolished, and the lock, the hinges on the music desk. You can see those old-time hinges there. And the pedals, do we get a shot of the pedals? Those are the original pedals, and the original casters here, and the original, this is called a ferrule, this little brass thing that goes around. So all of that is original and totally redone. Of course, the decal is not original. That's a duplicate or a replica of what was there originally. The keys were redone. Originally, this piano did have ivory, as basically every piano in 1913 did, but again, like any piano that's 100 years old, the keys were in terrible condition, and so that had to be redone. So both the sharps and the white keys are replaced. Okay, then let's get a shot of the inside here. You can see the soundboard is also original, which is kind of like the heart of the piano is the soundboard. It's sort of the tonal center. And so a lot of people talk about that as soundboards age, they sweeten in tone. And so really a soundboard that has been redone, like this one, that is an original soundboard, but it's been redone as far as shims and finishing, lacquer, all of that, and of course the decal on the soundboard, all of that. A lot of people, that's kind of a highly prized feature. Same with the bridges. You can see the bridges are also beautifully redone. Close up on those bridges. That's what transfers the tone from the strings down into the soundboard. And the plate is this big cast iron piece. A lot of people call it the harp, but it's actually called the plate. That was all re-gilded or repainted, really, and that's a whole process in and of itself. And all of these screws are all polished just for beauty, and they look great. So the piano's been restrung. As you can see, all the strings are brand new. Actually, why don't I slide this forward again? You can see the new tuning pins and all that beautiful work, the new felts in here, and all the screws under there. It's just a beautiful thing to behold. At least I think so. Then moving along the pin block underneath the pins. The pins are all about 2.5 inches long. And so the part that you can actually see that sticks up is only about 1/3 of the pin. Most of the pin is actually buried in the pin block, and so you want a nice tight pin block so that those pins stay put. And you want that, of course, to endure for many decades. So 1913 original pin block. That pin block probably, while it was functioning before, this piano will endure for many decades starting now, and so the pin block was in my mind a crucial thing to replace. Of course, the dampers. Here are the dampers. You can get a shot maybe coming this direction. You can see all of the new felts in there laying on the strings. All of those, that's what silences the strings. So all of those are replaced. Then the hammers, let's see, you can get a shot coming down this direction. The hammer is what actually strikes the string, and those are obols. That's a high-end hammer, which Mason and Hamlin, to this day, they use obols, I believe. And so that's a nice hammer. Then the action has been totally rebuilt. The knuckles were bolstered. The bushings were replaced. Other felts and leather and that sort of thing is replaced. Everything, of course, is first aligned. The hammers are what's called traveling, so that you don't have hammers going off one way or the other, but they're just going straight up and down, hitting those strings. Then, of course, the whole thing is totally regulated, tuned and voiced, and it just has this beautiful, rich tone. Okay, so that's the rebuild. Beautiful work by the technicians here in the shop. Something that I'm just really happy. This is one of the jewels. We have a number of jewels here at the shop, and this is definitely one of them. You can hear that beautiful tone. Like I was saying, kind of a rich warmth, a real depth of that tone. that's a beautiful piano, very sensitive, very. It's kind of a soul-stirring piano, I think, this one. I said it earlier in this video. I'll say it one more time. World-class instrument. Very, very proud to have it here at Brigham Larson Pianos. If you're watching this out of state, by the way, we've shipped pianos all over the country, and it's actually a very easy process. Very straightforward. You can rest assured that this piano is exactly as represented. I don't think there's a pianist alive that would be disappointed with this instrument. So that's a very doable process to ship out of state. If you're not out of state, then come check it out. I'm sure that your soul will be stirred by this great Mason and Hamlin. The phone number here is 801-701-0113. Thanks for watching.